Yeah, I'm outside.
Alright, how you guys doing? This is the Games Only podcast. We're back with another and very special podcast for you guys today. We're here with the man himself, the myth, the legend, Mr. Dojo.
Mig, how you guys doing out there? Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Of course, my brother. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure with you.
Hey, listen, the first time I met this guy, my guy Flex had a competition come up, and he was doing obviously an American Ninja Warrior competition. Since I was a kid, like I've always seen that, and I've always wanted to do it. And people would always tell me like, "Hey, you should join it. You should do it." I'm like, "All right," but you know, I'm a busy guy, so I'll say I'm gonna do it, but I never really did. But long story short, I came here. We had a team. We came out and crushed it. Coming into his place, it looks incredible. I'm gonna give you guys like an overview as we end it, but like incredible place. Like what made you come up with this concept, and how did you get into this?
Oh man, thank you, man. Same thing, man. I just I wasn't so much about the Ninja World, but I used to see it on TV as a kid. I used to actually watch the original one. I don't know if you ever heard of Suzuki.
So the Japanese one?
The Japanese one. What is it? Mount Majoriyama?
Yeah. Oh, that was a tough one too.
Yeah, that's hard.
That.
You could only go by invitation there, I hear. So like, I used to watch that one. I loved it. And as a kid, I would just watch the show and I would be like, I can do that. I think I can do that. Like, I wasn't into Ninja Warrior, but I was an athlete growing up. Like, I did all kinds of sports. So I felt like I had the ability to do some of that stuff, and it was just like that. It was just things I knew I could do, and I had the ability to do. And then the other stuff, I just kind of learned it. But as far as the place itself, I'm from the 90s. I'm a 90s kid. So, like, I grew up on, I don't know if you ever watched Jean-Claude Van Damme. And it's a little before your time.
No, I'm not that old. I'm not that young.
It's a little before. Yeah, I know you're not that young. I thought you were younger, but yeah, it was in the 90s or like late 80s. And Van Damme, so in these movies, a lot of the times when he would have to fight like this crazy villain that nobody could beat, he always had to go off into the mountains somewhere and go visit like a sensei that would teach him like these crazy like techniques and make him mentally strong and have him do things like put him through things that look like torture. And that would bring out his true character, and it would help him like find a way to beat this guy that he had to get across. That was basically the inspiration for all of this, man. Just putting all of the stuff I've learned throughout the years as an athlete, and a lot of things that I liked as a kid, like ninjas, karate, and that kind of stuff, and building a place that felt like that. That when you went, you were transported into like this place where you learned the ultimate skills, is unforgiving, and you have to like really challenge yourself at it so you can continue to grow.
Nah, you transformed into the guy on the mountain.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
To learn new skills.
Yeah, I'm trying. I learned a lot with you guys too. So I wouldn't say I'm the sensei, but you know, here, yeah.
He's trying to be humble. He's the sensei, man. This is his place, man.
Thank you.
Without you, we wouldn't have this. And honestly, we don't have this around. We have like maybe one other one that I know is in Orlando called. Doesn't matter what it's called. It's called Dojo. And, but now this is incredible. So like, how long did it like take you to get this complete?
So process from like conception of the idea to the moment where we put up the obstacles and we were actually able to try and I was like, to me, I feel like it's never complete. You know, like
always
it's
something.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and the philosophy behind it is almost like Bruce's philosophy on martial arts, but in fitness is no way is a way, no style is a style. So like it always keeps evolving. You know, what we teach, it always keeps evolving. You know, you have individuals that, you know, I come in with a certain type of skill level, but then you come in, for example, you can do things I can't do, and then we learn from each other, and then you start adding all these things into like different styles, and you end up getting this program and this technique. I don't want to say technique, but a way of working out that is completely different than anything you've ever tried.
100%.
Yeah, and that's what the goal is. You know, that for you to come here and have an experience like never before, not just at the place, but as far as working out, you'd be like, man, I've never had a workout like that. It's like fun, but at the same time, like my muscles hurt so much. Like, you know.
Oh, listen, the last competition he had, bro, I came and I was like, I wasn't like at my 100% at all. I was at like 60% that day, and bro, he made us do like this crazy course. And then like at like the middle of like sort of like the end, you got to do this rope climb. Bro, I was going up, I swung everything. I thought I was about to die. I was like, there's no way. This is the first time in a while. I was like, I'm gonna quit. But luckily, we got a good team here. We got a lot of good people here, bro. They kept saying, no, let's go. Bro, I couldn't feel my arms or nothing, but I made it all the way up to the rope, dropped down, and completed it. That was like a really good feeling, though. So
I made you get back in the pit.
He did. I was like, bro, I wanted to quit so bad. Bro, you didn't understand. I couldn't feel my arms.
It's hard, man. But that's what the place is all about. Is like pushing yourself to a place where it's uncomfortable, to a place that you couldn't. And and see what you get out of that. You know what I mean? And it's awesome to see the faces of people when they do something they've never done before. They came in here and thought they could never do,
100%.
and when they do it, and you see just like this like ray of confidence immediately just
100%.
come from them. It's awesome, and that's what I like to do. That's what I'm trying to do with everybody.
You remind me of like Gabby, because every time I see her, she's always so excited. She's always here.
She's so
she always
good.
want to learn
So
something
good.
She be
Yeah,
like,
so
oh,
good.
I'm
Yeah.
like, you heard more than me.
Yeah, she's going. Yeah, she's a workhorse, man. She's a workhorse, and that's what it is. Whoever puts in the work gets the benefits, man. So, and that's what we try to provide. We try to provide something where everybody can do something. You know what I mean? Where we got the calisthenics guys, you got the martial artists, you have the gymnasts, you have the ninjas, you have the body lifters, you know what I mean? The body sculptors, everything, a little bit of everything. So.
How long have you been open so far?
So we've been open. We just in January will be a year. We just turned a year. I don't think I told you how long it completed makes. So from conception to now, it's been about 3.5 years, almost 4 years. We started thinking, you know, the ideas of what I wanted to do, what I wanted it to look like. I knew immediately that I wanted something different. If it was gonna be Ninja Warrior or a gym I was gonna bring up, it would have been something that had to be completely different, had to stand out. And that's what I've tried to do. And that took about 3.5 years. Completion of the rig itself and painting the walls and giving it the look, that took about 8 months. It was me and 2 other guys, every day in here hammering.
It looks great. Even the stuff behind us, right? You were telling me that you guys had to hand paint the doors.
Yeah, these are handmade. These doors right here are handmade. We actually made the frame for them. Crazy. We did the middle, and then my business partner and best friend, he actually drew those, hand painted the designs on them and painted them in, and we have them up here. And almost everything in here is authentic. You won't find some of these things anywhere else.
It's crazy. And it's crazy. It takes a team, obviously, to build something like this.
Yeah, I didn't have a team. It was me and 2 other guys. Literally me and 2 other guys.
It's a team now.
Yeah. It's a small team.
Yeah, it's a small team,
but it is a team. Yeah.
And you guys accomplished all this. Like, congratulations.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Crazy.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's been a ride. It really has, man. It really has been
How do you feel like coming in here now that you actually got it like about 80% done?
Man, like sometimes every night when I'm leaving here, I stop. I take a look back and I look at everything we've done, and I thank God, and I thank, you know, just life for at least giving me even the chance to do something like this. Even, you know, like, we don't know what's gonna happen. We never know what's gonna happen, and it's scary going in, and it's been scary the whole ride. And we've had our ups and downs, and I'm gonna have more ups and downs. But it's been awesome, and I know that I'm at least I got my vision to this point. You know what I mean? And it's something a lot of people can't say. So I'm really happy. I'm really content. I'm not completely satisfied, and I don't know if I'll ever be.
No, you never. You know.
But I'm happy, man. I'm happy, and I'm happy that people talk about it the way they do, and people like, you know, like athletes like you guys come in here and find it challenging. That to me is like, you know, I wear that like a badge of honor. If I could find some of you guys that feel like challenged in here, that's the whole goal. You know,
it doesn't like satisfy you to like break somebody. You be like, oh, I thought you said you could do it. Then you be like, oh, I broke that guy. He could.
And sometimes it is. You have the big mouths that come in here and they think they're just gonna you know, just like fly by it.
Yeah.
And then you see them not do it, and it's like, it's good that they get humbled. If you could use it to like push them to, like, you see it's not as easy, right? Cool. If not, then it is. But, you know, my whole thing is I love to see people be able to do something they've never done, more than watching them fail. I love to see people win. You know what I mean?
100%.
And sometimes it is satisfying to see somebody who has a big mouth and comes in here and think they could, you know, they know it all. But for the most part, the feeling that I really enjoy is that, like, seeing somebody do something they never thought they could do, and just opening that door to be like, man, if I did this, I can do anything. And I feel like that's the goal, is to take this from in here and take it and use it out there in the real world where the real obstacles are. You know what I'm saying?
Because like fitness itself, like once you realize that you can like overcome something in real life, it just becomes like whatever. Whatever challenges come your way, you just kind of like whatever.
Right. You learn how to get up from everything. You get knocked down, but you get back up. Even if you got to take the 8 count, you take the full 8 count and you get back up, and that's important, man. You need to take that throughout life. And even with the place, like there is other places and other American Ninja Warrior and places like that may be a little bit more safe when it comes to like the matting and the putting this together. Like, you know, we have mats and all that. But my whole thing is like, you know, we're more like of a fight club feel.
That's what I like.
And then on top of that, it's like the world isn't safe, man. You know what I mean? The world out there is full of dangers and full of, like, you can't make every edge round. You can't make every play safe. You can't make, you know, you got to play it the way it is, and you got to just get ready out there. And I feel like all of that goes into when you're trying to put something like this together. You know?
That was fire. That's like a little quotable.
I have
to start the video like that. Every time I gotta find like a little quotable bit of part of the video. You know what, favor? You can make sure that's still recording just in case. But now that's dope as shit. So like, what's the age group that you guys that people that come in?
Okay. I've had athletes in here as young as 5 years old. I've taken 5.5 years old kids. You know, those are the kids who are just like more naturally gifted, and we start everybody off from zero. So we start. You've seen. I started with the flips, how to fall, how to do the basic things. So I feel like we have a little bit of for everybody to do. But I started off kids at 5.5 years old because I've seen that they're already starting to want to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And it's cool to have the kids, and the kids are obviously what drives a business like this. But this place, when it was put together, it was more intended for you know, the older crowd, and I always had in mind like, you know, the mid-20s to like 30s, 40s crowd of the people who thought like, oh, I used to do this, I could do this, but I was like, no, man, you can still do this. Yeah, like, you know, like I'm I don't know if you know this, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I'm pushing 40. I'll be 30. Yeah, so I was like, so I'm out there competing with you guys, but I'm like, you know, I'm like 10 years ahead and all of that. But I feel great, man. I feel great, and I feel good, like competing, and it's just awesome to still be able to do some of these things, you know, at an age where most people feel like they can't do it. Right?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
like in my 20s and like teens, I always thought like 30 would be like, you done for you old, and I'm 30 now, and I'm like, bro, I still feel like I'm 21. I got so much more to go.
See, I thought you were like 24. I thought you were like,
everyone always thinks I'm super young. It's because of beard. I'm about to grow my beard, and I'm just let a beard grow out. But nah, that's crazy as shit.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just that, just continue being a kid, always continue to like play. Like I'm always that parent that when if we do the party for the kids at like the bouncy places, and you know, I'm the parent that they're like, hey, the parents of such and such are here, and I'm sweating, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Okay, cool, and I'll just go back and keep jumping. You know what I mean? Like I've just always been that guy, and I feel like that's the trick. If you have a young soul and you have a good outlook towards things, and you take care of yourself and your body, I think it'll do the same for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you still look 28.
I'm hoping that holds over, man.
But I think that goes into the part of like being youthful, playing youthful. Because sometimes I always be like, oh damn, maybe I feel like I'm not like acting like a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, nah, because they look old and washed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be like that.
Nah, never, man.
And speaking on the kids, I also gotta commend you. Like every time I see you, you always got your kids there. Anytime you have an event, your kids and family always here. They're here to support you. They always walk around like welcoming everyone. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I want my family to be like that.
Yeah, man, that's what I look forward. It is family. I became a dad at a very early age, so I've been raising kids for longer than I you know, wanted to initially.
Was your first kid?
Man, I was 20. So I have a son who's actually 19 now. He actually turned 19. So yeah, so he's the same age I was when he came along. So
isn't that crazy to see? Because you look at him, you're like, how could you have a baby?
Yeah,
like you're still a child, you know.
He even said it's crazy. I was thinking about that the other day. Like I would have been scared, and it's been, you know. But the things that you go through in life and the timing, that's not up to you. You know what I mean? You just live and you do the best, and we learn from our mistakes and things that might seem like mistakes. Maybe they're there for a reason. You know what I mean?
Probably wouldn't even have this.
Right. And it just teaches you things, and I try to keep family and loyalty to me is very important, man. And even in here inside the gym, like my ninjas and my members, we're like a family in here, you know. And I think you've seen a little bit of that as well, like. When we're in here, even when you come along, it's like a family in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's very important to me to have that feeling. I feel like that's very important.
I definitely feel that. Me too. Yeah, because I come from this place like my family is not like a traditional family, but we all stick together, you know. And then even my friends are like my family. So
that's awesome.
That's what keeps you pushing, you know.
Absolutely, man. It keeps you humble. It keeps you grounded. You know what I mean? So like I told you, this is my friend from childhood. He knows me since I'm 8 years old, and here we are still kicking it today. At least we could look back, and yeah, he's seen it all, and it's cool. It's just cool to have the same people that you struggle with. At least see you have some kind of wins in life, and you know, celebrate some stuff together.
I keep feel like that's like a man thing, you know, that because like men always keep like their friends like from a long time ago very close. I feel like you can't really find a woman that got a friendship longer than 3 years. It's like if it is, it's super rare.
Yeah, women fight a lot amongst each other. They're very passive aggressive, so they'll just keep bickering at each other so they can't stand each other. I feel like
guys do that. I pick guys all the time. I think we just so truthful about it,
right?
That like it's like whatever.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We'll go outside, we'll punch each other in the face, come back in, have a drink, and get it over with.
Yeah,
you know?
It's over with. Girls be like, "Oh, you're so pretty," but like, "No, you look ugly." Just say the truth.
Yeah.
That's great. Shout out to being a man.
I think it's a lot easier, man. I'm good with that.
I know, which is crazy because girls be like, I feel like it's so hard for men. They don't express their emotions. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'll trade that for that time of month you guys have. I'm good. I don't want to deal with none of that shit ever. I don't know how they do that. So it's hard for everybody here, man. We all have our different challenges, and you know, and we do what we can, man.
100%. I think that's why it's good to be just like a uplifting person, because you never know what somebody's
Right.
going through.
Absolutely.
And even having a place like this for someone, like I met the guy one guy that comes here. He says he's here like 7 days a week. You just never know what he's going through. This could be like a thing that just saves his life at all the time.
Right. It's been a place like that for people, like a place almost like a refuge, and you see some of the members that I've had here. I mean, they've even changed as people completely. Like I have one of the members, and he's one of my closest friends, like a brother to me. And when he first came in, he was super quiet, super to himself, super isolated, and now he's a completely other person. Like he's come out of his shell. He's in the best physical shape he's ever been in. And, you know, he's just completely changed, and he says he just loves being here, and he spends more time here than at home. And that's one of the things I try to have here, too. Like, is if you're just having a bad day and you literally feel like punching something, we have something to go punch. If you have something to go swing, yeah, we have a little bit of everything here. So, like, it's a place for people to be able to refuge and go somewhere and just leave the world behind and just focus on themselves for a little bit and do some selfish time for a little bit.
So low key, like this spot is just way more than just working out and going to try. This is anything, you know.
No, man, in this room, this is where we do yoga. This is where we do meditation. Like it's all. It's one thing to be physically fit and physically healthy, but I feel like it's a trifecta of mind, body, and soul. And if you're not doing that, then you're not completely, you know what I mean, in the space you need to be in. And for you to be physically at your best, you got to be mentally at your best. And for you to be mentally at your best, you got to be physically at your best, I feel like. So it's a combination of all those things. You just can't, like you know this, man. You do calisthenics, you do a little bit of everything. It's just not one thing. You got to focus on all the things.
Or like get your mental and physical right for sure. At what age did you feel like you learned all of this stuff? Because a lot of people don't know this, or they do know it, but they don't transcend into it.
Well, I took, growing up as a kid, my parents put me early into Taekwondo. So I took Taekwondo as a kid. I played, as far as I can remember, walking and stuff like that. Like my dad always had either a soccer ball at my feet or a football in my hands or something. He was teaching me something. And I feel like sports and competition teach you things about life that other things can't teach you. You know what I mean? Your parents can teach you things, but when you're in competition and when you're sports and in sports and around other athletes, you learn a lot of things. You learn like camaraderie. You learn like, and I feel like that's what a lot of people miss from sports, is like working as a team towards a goal. You know what I mean? And accomplishing it, and it feels awesome. And that hard work, you guys lose and win together and all of that stuff. And I think sports offers so many things that we just on the surface you can't see it, but it teaches you a lot about life. 100%. So I feel like a lot of this stuff has always been there. Like in Taekwondo, even one of the first moves I teach people in here is like the dropping and rolling, like what I call the ninja roll. That was one of the first moves I learned when I was a kid, and it's just how to get out of danger and they mentally they prepare you for stuff, how to be mentally strong and all that. And I think it's just a culmination of all the things I've learned, and it's been preparing me for this kind of moment and to be able to have a place like this.
Isn't that crazy?
So I don't know where it started. It started a long, long time ago, I'll tell you that.
Isn't that crazy? In the beginning, he was like, I'm not the sensei, but look at him now. Yeah. He's out here teaching the youth, teaching everyone, even like older people, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's just one of those things. I don't try to preach or try to teach or anything, but like, my whole thing, even with my kids, is just me telling them, like, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. Everybody has their own experience. Everybody has their own journey. But I'm just like in front of you telling you, hey, watch out for that pothole right there, or watch out for that pothole right there.
You can hit it if you want.
Right.
But
just watch out for that. Yeah.
Could happen.
Absolutely.
99% of the time.
So if I could at least do that, then I feel like I'm doing all right. You know what I mean?
Nah, you're doing a great job.
Man, I appreciate it.
Look where you at. So what's next? Like this, like the goal obviously is to make this like the biggest thing ever, right? Where you walk in, you can't even walk anymore, right?
Yeah. I really want a place that stands in the area and in the city and amongst, more than anything, amongst the people, like the athletes, as like a crown jewel. So when people look back, they'll talk about it like they talked about Gold's Gym in San Francisco, or you know that weightlifting gym that they have. I forget where it's at in LA, where it's like all like just power lifters in there, and they build a legend about this one place. Like I would love for the place to go down as a
staple.
Yeah, staple and a place in time where something beautiful was created in there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what's next. I can hope for what's next. But I mean, sometimes you plan for things and they either turn out way better, or you know. But I know that we want to we just want to offer like the coolest workout experience you've ever had. You know, that where you come to a place and you just don't want to leave. You have everything here. You have everything you ever want to try, everything that could ever challenge you, and just keep going on that. You know, we want to add parkour. We want to add a little bit of every element that we can into this, and hopefully, you know, maybe open one more someday somewhere else. There
you go. That's big boy talk. Multiple change, you know what I'm saying? Make it like a franchise.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We're trying to do branding. Like we're working on the branding a lot. Like I really want to get into into that stuff. I gotta show you the sweaters, man.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm buying one, of course.
Sweaters we came up with last night. So we're trying to do a little bit of everything, and I would really like for the place to go down as a crown jewel in the city, and you know, and people recognize it for time to come, and it to, you know, have some cool stories about it. So,
I'm not gonna lie, speaking of the city, yo, we should all one day just like 30 of us deep, just get like dressed up like the ninja or like the outfits, and just go downtown and just going crazy.
Just going nuts, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to like flex as let's take over the city, and that's what I want to do. I want to get all the best athletes, get them like, and make just like an X-Men team and just go everywhere in South Florida, then from South Florida up to and just compete everywhere. So no matter where we compete, if it's just whether weightlifting, they're like we have power lifters there, or we have guys with calisthenics. You know, we send out guys there. So anywhere we go, people are like, yo, these guys are everywhere. There's nothing they don't do.
It's like they're ninjas.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully, so that's what I want to happen. So yeah, I'm down for the takeover, and I'm down for all of
that.
That
just sounds fire. I had a crazy advertising in my head. Like if it was all in the city, and then there's like a drone shot, you in the middle, standing there, and he's like, and he's like, who's ready to challenge the city of Orlando?
Nice,
blah, blah.
nice,
fire, yo.
Nice.
I'm saying it now, so you guys, when you see it in the future, you guys gonna be like, oh damn, I remember they said this on the podcast.
I'm with it, man. That's what you gotta do. Say it, manifest it, put it out there, so we can get it done, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to working with cool people like yourself, and yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for the new year and what's coming, man. So yeah.
I'm excited for us. Listen, it's only 2023. 2024 is about to go crazy.
Yeah.
I can feel it already in my bones.
We're so young, man. We're just 30. You know
what I'm saying? We're only 26. Come on, man. They don't even know our real age. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Nah, but guys, 30's not that old. 40's not that old.
At all, man.
You still got a lot of time left. I know a lot of people that make it at these ages.
Yeah, 30 and the 40's the new 20. Don't let them lie to you.
100%. Orange is the new black. Black is the new white. Whatever the case is. It don't even matter. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, like, as we kind of wrap up, so like, what's something that you would tell, like someone that's probably like younger right now, trying to maybe get into fitness, or maybe you got the goals to open up something like this?
I think my biggest thing is so I've taken everything that people have taught me. Like don't be quick to shut everybody out, but don't be quick to listen to every single thing everybody tells you. I feel like find something that you like, that you feel challenges you, that you find fun. Do that, and I just feel like just move, just get to moving, just try a little bit of everything, and again, just take what works, discard what doesn't, you know, and always be open to new ideas and new techniques, and always keep experimenting, and just keep it fun, you know what I mean? Like, it has to stay fun. If it's not fun, it becomes something that you have to do. If it's fun, then it's something you just want to do.
100%.
And that's how it is for me in here. Like, I just want to be here. I want to come here. I want to work out. I want to do the things that we do, you know? And I just feel like just keep mixing it up. Don't worry so much about, like, the results. Just work and learn the basics and the techniques, and as long as you put the work in, it'll show. You know, it'll show. You don't have to be posting it for everybody to see it. Like, you work, and when the time comes, it'll show. The work will show for itself. So I think that's the most important thing. Just work, just move, just find something to do every day, an hour a day, to make yourself uncomfortable some way, somehow, and it will be something you just becomes habit, and you'll carry on. Yeah,
to be easy after that.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. As we end off, we're gonna say peace, love, and gains.
Yeah,
we're gonna give a little flex to the place. And then after that, we're gonna give it you can do a little tour after this, so you can let people know everything. You gotta do a quick tour for them out there.
Absolutely.
Where can they find you? What's your social medias? What's your handles? What's the place called? Where is it? Etc.
So the place, so we are located on Church Street in Orlando. We're right down the street from the Amway and Camping World, right a couple of steps away from Orlando City Stadium on Church Street. We are called Dojo. That stands for D-O. That's D-O-Y-O, D-O-J-O. Do on your own dojo. You can find us at Doyo Dojo Instagram. Same thing for the Facebook, and the website is doyodojofitness.com, I believe. And and that's our email. So anywhere on there you'll find our addresses, all the infos you want, and
Listen, guys, everyone's welcome. Ages from 5.
Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome.
You could be 99, still come. Learn something new.
Yeah, and we start from zero. So don't be afraid. Don't be nervous to come try. Everything is about trying. We start you from zero, and you'll be surprised at what you can do. I guarantee you that.
And we definitely gonna push you. Don't be intimidated. But as we go, peace, love, and gains. Come on, baby.
Man.
Much love, brother.
Man. Thank you so much, brother.
I can't wait.
Bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right, so this is our part of the Ninja Rig here, but like I said, this is a lot more than just a Ninja gym. So if you look over here, we have our weights, we have our weight racks, we have a little bit of everything here, and a lot of the things that we could put here, we can add pulleys, we can add different things here to get the exercises that you would get at your regular gym without the machines. And then we have the Ninja rig, which is the big part of this. So this is what we call the novice lane. This is where we start with a lot of like the easier techniques when it comes to rings. It comes some of the steps, it comes to some of that, and you can tell some of the heights here are adjustable. So we adjust some of the heights, and as you move through the rig, you're gonna see that the heights get higher, the obstacles get harder, and just the overall danger, it starts to become a mental game, and that was all part of the plan, the heights and stuff like that. That was one of the things that I really wanted to make different from a lot of these other places. I wanted that to play a mental game because anybody can do some of the stuff this far off the ground. But being 15 feet up off the ground, I mean, that's a whole different story, you know what I mean? So that was on purpose, we did that. And as you keep going down, a lot of these lanes, you can go one way and then come right back down the other way. So you can do them each way. And we actually have places where you can go across. And then of course, the third lane, to me, is we always try to design it for it to be the most highest on the difficulty level and actually have cool payoffs like jumping into the pit and that kind of stuff. And then we have the pit here, that's a 22-foot rope that you can climb, you touch the bell at the top, and then you can just drop into the pit. So even failing and even that is fun in here. So we have that. We have the devil steps, of course. We have the salmon ladder. We have the 16-foot wall, 14-foot notch, and a 12-foot baby wall. And yeah, we have the yoga room upstairs where we were just in. And yeah, and we're looking forward to adding a lot more obstacles and a lot more toys to the gym as time goes. So yeah, we always have something to challenge you here, so come check us out and come see what you can do and come see where you're at. You might surprise yourself.